Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey and I shall be saying goodbye to the wonderful show, The Ozark, on Netflix, as we review episodes 8 through 14. They did a part 1, part 2 thing, which I guess is going to be Netflix's future process. They're doing this with the Stranger Things. And they're gonna stretch that out into 2 parts. But anyway, how did it all come? The journey versus the destination, I would submit. But Stacey, what did you think of the dramatic conclusion of the Ozark?
I liked it up until the ending. I think the ending could have been better. I was expecting, I don't know, anything else but this.
Well, let's talk about the destination. Let's talk about how we got there and then focus on the positive. And then we can shit on the ending together because it will get shit on. Well, I'm shitting.
I'll let you handle it.
All right, thank you. All right, so that's what I do. But anyway, let's talk about this. What do you think of the destination?
It was a hell of a ride. They always give us a nice twists and turns, and as much as I hate to love Wendy, she is my spirit animal. I wish I had half her balls.
Right.
I might actually make something of myself, or I'll be dead. But either way, yeah. Wendy definitely kind of stole the show, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. She was by far the most vicious, engaging, never sympathetic. There was never a time that I was
when really, she was trying, like even the dude at the mental institution was like, nah, bitch, nah.
This ain't it. When she fell on her knees and begged her father not to take the kids, I was like, what the fuck are we doing right now? Like, so that was, I know she does love her kids, though. I mean, she does, right? So I know it was coming from a sincere place, but she took that shit way too far. And Daddy was like, we shut this bitch down right now. That's what you're not doing. Dude.
She is so unsympathetic, but I love her.
You got to hand it to her. She was working what she needed to be done, right? I mean, she had the carrot and she had the stick. And she's like, one of them is going to get me what I need.
She's like, there is no line I won't cross to get to where I need to be.
And all fucking Marty could do is look at the ground. I'm like,
he always has that look like this bitch.
It's like, was his lines written on his shoes? Because he spent most of these episodes just staring at his feet like, fuck, man, I don't know how I got here, but I got to get through this shit, right? Better or worse, right? Better or worse. I was like,
if he's nothing else, he's loyal. I give him that.
Dude, I was like, Marty, look up. He's like, nah, fuck it. It's like
look at her to the side like, did you just
do this shit? Like, what do we do? Like, you just putting Camilla over Navarro? Did you just put this woman in charge of this whole fucking cartel? She's like, Sean needs to get on board. So yeah, everything that Wendy did, again, you understand why, right? Like it's all rational. Even to the, not rational. There's a reason why she's doing it. Because at some point you're like, you're pushing this shit too far. You're going to get somebody killed. Like either you or your husband or your children. Like you don't give a fuck. Like you're like, I need to get this foundation up. I need to get this cartel under control. You will do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it.
But I kind of felt the same way about Ruth. It was like her and Ruth were like neck and neck. Like, and I thought Ruth was going to be dead as fuck, at least by episode 2. Because she was doing a little bit too much.
So Ruth thinking, even though she actually did, Ruth thinking that she could just walk up to our cartel leader and murder him and just go home, which she ultimately did. So this is where realism comes to play that I'm like, this doesn't make sense, but then it does make sense because these guys are bulletproof, right? Like, what irritates me with sometimes these shows, like these guys can become like superhero, right? They cannot be killed, right? Like, no, Javi was just a dude. And you shoot this fucker, guess what he's gonna do? Die. Why said dude is not walking around with a whole bunch of security because he's the head of a fucking cartel makes no sense whatsoever. Like the balls were just too big. Like he should have been like, no, like I need someone, I need Nelson or Nielsen or someone next to me to keep me safe so someone can't just walk up to me on the street and shoot me and walk away.
Especially when you beat people's asses in bathrooms and stuff.
What
was the point of that story?
What was the point of that? There's so much of part 2 that makes no sense. That it goes nowhere.
The whole child custody thing. What was the point of that? Went
nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. So let's get to Avi though. Let's get to Avi, right? So every time the 2 times that Ruth imagined herself killing him, right? Both of those would have made more sense than what actually happened. If she would have walked into him on the streets, hoodie on, shot him and walked away, she would still be alive today.
I mean, it is Chicago. So.
It's fucking Chicago. I mean, you're not black, but it's still Chicago. So people would be like, gun violence, ain't that a bitch? And they would have kept it moving. Instead, she walks into a meeting with people she has to know will snitch on her, which happened, and shoots this man. And it's like, well, I'll see you back in the Ozark. And I'm like, what?
I didn't expect that to happen. I thought either he was going to show up and Wendy was going to plant the seed for him to kill him, or Wendy was going to kill her.
I thought it happened so easily. I thought it was once again in her head. It was all in her head. Like I was like, even when she got to the truck, I was like, it's all a thought. It's all a thought. This cannot be real. And be damned.
You're in a public building with cameras everywhere, and okay.
No one frisks you. You're about to go see the CEO of a major corporation. There's no security.
Pharmaceutical company.
No security whatsoever. You just, hello, how you doing? Fuck you. Boom, boom, boom. I'm out. Then the Byrdes, because by season 4, part 2, they like, we know what dead bodies are. They fucking got the Clorox and the paper towels, and they're like, let's clean this shit up a little bit, because
been in before.
I'm like, you ain't got your furnace, bro. Like, unless the furnace is parked outside, like, how are you gonna get rid of this body?
How did they? She said the security took care of him, but how?
That's one dude. That is one dude. Like, they're like plot convenience. They're like, we just gotta get this shit moving. So like this next scene off camera, as Kim would hear, she would say off camera. I was like, dude, don't insult us like this. Like, this doesn't make any sense. It looked cool, but it made no sense. And they're like, yeah, and there will be no consequences. I did like fast forward. Claire Shaw was her name. I like the realism that it was her to ultimately snitch to Claudia. Like that makes sense. Because she is not about this life. And she's like, what's not gonna happen is I'm gonna get murdered for this bitch. I don't even know who she is. Like, she was like,
I was like, you see that girl right there?
Right there?
She did that shit. She built this one
3 times. Pop, pop, pop. Peed on him too. I don't know why she did that. She peed on the body too.
That would have been hilarious if she just put her pants down and swatted.
And look, Marty, with all eye contact, would just look at me, just pissed on that dude. Like, that would have been. Why not? Like, just go out, balls out, just be like,
You're all the way up here. Might as well just make it a scene.
I've been drinking water all day. I had to let it go.
She should have been like, oh, girl, just played with the bullet wounds. Like,
just like,
and then rub one out. You'd be like, yes.
Rub one.
I mean, since we here, just
if this doesn't make sense, blame Tommy. was like,
it was barely in it. And then the FBI chick and the baby barely in it. What was the point of her?
Wait, no. Wait. We gotta get to the silliness. I wanna focus on the two murders. Okay, so Javi's murder. In realism, he's just a dude. He's just a dude. He gets murdered. That's easy. But he should have got murdered on the street. Like, why give us two fake outs? Like, just murder this dude on the street and be done with it. Like, they took too long, and that's all it was gonna be. Then we got Nielsen's murder, which also is realistic. I got a pistol pointed at you. I shoot you twice. You don't got a bulletproof vest. It's just you. You dead as fuck. And then you get buried. After all the people he's murdered, I was like, this is a pretty fitting ending. Like, how else is going?
Why did he go there though? I didn't understand that whole scene.
He was there to get Ruth because he followed Ruth
at the police department. He clearly saw her walk into the police department. By the time she leaves, he's gone to her trailer. Why? Why didn't he just sit there and wait for her to come out the police department?
Why didn't she call the cops after just got done talking to the cops? Like, why are you not calling? Hey, sheriff. Hey, acting sheriff, where the fuck you are, wherever you came from. Like, you know that story I just told you about the cartel killing people and the sheriff? He's probably at my house. I need you to come now. Like, you call the cops. You don't call the woman sitting at the house and say, go get the rifle, get on top, and pray you outshoot a hitman, which somehow she did, actually.
The high, what do you call it?
The high ground. She had the high ground.
Yes.
I was like, what? Wait, real quick. Where the fuck did sheriff come from?
Mm-hmm. Where'd the other sheriff go?
What? There was supposed to be a whole election. Like, I was confused. First sheriff got murdered by Avi. Got that. Woman took over to temporarily, which they made a very big deal about in part one. Mm-hmm. She magically disappears. Then all of a sudden, this dude, whoever this dude is, who knows Ruth, they got history, Ruth, rides it out. I'm like, who are you? It don't make any sense, man.
Maybe the other lady had obligations.
I mean, COVID, some shit. I mean, I don't know. It just explain. Maybe let her get murdered off camera. But I was like, this don't make no sense, man. So Ruth. So let's get to her demise. What do you think?
Ruth was Ruth. She went out like Ruth.
Yeah.
Like, one thing about these characters, they stay authentic to who they were to the very end. So,
I completely.
Kudos to the writers for staying consistent.
Yes, because I felt two things about it. I truly believe, right? Like, again, it was realistic to the thing. Again, how did she think she was going to kill a cartel leader and not get murdered for that? How did she think that the Byrdes and fucking Claire were going to keep her secret and like not?
How did she think she was going to shut down the laundering operation and there not be blowback?
And they weren't just going to kill her for that. I mean, but just for that. But then Claudia murders this woman after Marty tells her and the FBI she is the head of the money laundering section. Like, she is the casino. She owns the casino. So I was even confused on why Claudia was like, nah, but she killed my son. So, there's that.
Don't give two fucks about nothing. As soon as I saw her face, I was like, she gonna kill everybody. You kill my son? And whatever show she was on before, she was like a murdering crazy woman. Oh, so really? I was like, yeah, she was some cartel lady. She was trying to kill her husband.
So, typecasting and racism. But it's called job security also. So, balance.
He plays that role very well.
Walter Flynn will always be a criminal. That's just what that Irish person does. Like, that's facts. I mean, but anyway, so back to Claudia, right? My question is, now that Nielsen's dead, what happened to that woman, the Latino woman that was like the second henchman that she talked to about making that?
What little bun?
Yeah, what happened? What happened to her?
She's still in Mexico running something. I don't.
Like it made no sense. Like if Nielsen's gone, you like she should be the replacement because she was like thugging people up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, she should be the one putting in work. But I'm like, where is she? Ruth's death was fitting. I personally was hoping that she would make it through. That the scene of her sitting on top of the trailer as they're building the future in the house, I thought that was going to be it for her. Like I thought that's because like
I knew she was dead. I just thought it would come sooner.
me too. Like this should have happened episodes ago. Like why are we stretching this shit out? Like she should have died trying to kill Abby. To me, like because that.
And then I low key thought. Because it was just her and Claudia, I low-key thought like Tommy was gonna come out the bushes and save her or something.
Me too.
Because she was taking too long to like get it over with. So like,
is Tommy coming? Like that relationship went nowhere. Tommy went nowhere. Nowhere. Like, why did he even come back just to move some drugs? Why were the drugs even there in the first fucking place?
I have no idea.
Everybody knew that this was the location for a heroin operation. Everyone. And they make no effort to secure the heroin. They just leave it there at a murder scene. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm surprised I didn't like raid the land and then find all those bodies that they put out there.
Also, none of this happened. There was the husband's body. Minimum. Let's go back to episode 1. I mean, season 1. Like the husband's body, those fucking Mexicans that she murdered. Like there's mad bodies up there. None of this came to light. Instead, because Wyatt married Darlene, Ruth inherits half of the Ozark, and now she's balling. Like,
I mean, I guess I kind of get it, but what about the baby?
What about the baby? Like, should the baby get some shit? Like, if she had the money because of the baby, but you didn't even see the baby.
I think she gave it to somebody, and then that was it.
She gave it. She took it. She took the baby back. She gave it to the florist, and then the florist figured out that it was a missing baby from Darlene and Wyatt being murdered. So then she brought the baby back to 3 and Ruth, who was completely unnecessary.
Why did 3 get something?
Well,
he's still a minor though, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's not the point. Like the point is that Ruth was Wyatt's parent. He's
the guardian. Yeah.
So that's why I went to the closest thing to a parent. So that's why it went to Ruth. But like Wyatt's a grown ass man.
Wyatt is grown.
So but even to this point, Darlene did not have that kind of cash money laying around that she somehow willed it to Wyatt, who didn't will it to Ruth. Like if Ruth would have inherited the land, and then she sold the land and then got the money from there, that makes sense. But that takes a lot of time to sell that much land. And again, you got dead bodies on there. You got a whole fucking heroin operation on there, which somehow just completely shuts down. That don't make any. Every drug show we watched, somebody stands up and says, "I'm in charge," and I'm continuing this operation. Somebody, but they just left the heroin there, packed up. They just went home because it's over because Darlene got murdered.
So weird.
I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, anyway, back to Ruth's death. Since she's constantly seeing Wyatt, and then she saw her whole family, right? I was kind of hoping that's what like the last scene was. Like her whatever, like her spirit or whatever is like with Wyatt, like she sees Wyatt, like she dies peaceful or something. Like there's something, but just for her to be like, I died defiant and mad and angry, as she would. But I don't know. I just felt like just let her spirit be with her family. Like give me something to say she's at peace. something. I don't know. I was a little bit. To your point though, father completely unnecessary. The father storyline. I want my grandkids because I'm trying to get back.
I thought you were talking about the priest.
also completely unnecessary. But
he was cool though.
He was cool.
He was though. Like, you don't get it, do you? Like, God is trying to send you a message, and you just gonna keep wilding out. Like, hello.
And in the end, she was right. In the end, she's like, "Hey, Pass, which one of us still alive, bitch?" I was like, also, let's get back to this whole cartel thing. So if Claude, I was so disappointed in Marty that he did not see immediately that it was Claudia behind this whole thing.
Yeah.
That was so obvious. What? Her son was murdered. Like, who would else want this man dead if you're saying he's the one that killed him?
But then she was like, she lost her husband and somebody else.
Her other son. Her father?
Was it the daddy?
I thought she lost two men in her life. Let's just say that. Mm-hmm. She lost two men in her life to the life, and now she just lost her son. So how did he not think it was strange that it was her who said, oh boy, he did that shit, right? And
she's a woman. Men generally don't see women coming.
I was no proof whatsoever. Mr. Facts and Figures don't ask. He was like,
"Are you sure?"
Yeah. Avi would have did it. He just didn't do it for some reason. He was busy, like pissing on, like professors. I really thought he was going to piss on that dude when he put his head.
Something else was going to happen, but I've been watching too much Tyler Perry. Because I was like, as soon as he walked in the bathroom, I was like, please.
I was like, oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I thought he's going to be like, hey, there's one or other way you're going to get this money. So let's get to work, bro. Like,
you give me this endowment or drop them drops.
Something's going to happen. You're going to take a mouthful of something tonight. You figure out what was it going to be. Like, and then to your point, then I thought you're going to find out that they were lovers. I felt like that was going to be on the table. Like, and that's why he's like, why are you so up this professor's ass? Like, at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, tell me something. Like, y'all used to be something, and now you're a jilted lover, but that he didn't know you were part of the cartel. And like something, but it just, and then once he puts his face in the toilet, I'm like, oh, he's going to piss on him. I was like, oh. I was like, don't piss on this dude. But then I'm like, go ahead, bro, because that's what you do. Like, he crazy. Like, I was like, but the ass whooping, I was just like, yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I was like, anyway, so after and then once old boy's being tortured, right? I thought Marty was getting into it, like the way, like,
I thought this was his moment. He was gonna break bad. He was just gonna go full in. Like, I was waiting for it, and then he just turned back into Marty. Even with the road rage scene when he was beating the dude, I was like, "This is it." And Wendy was even like,
"Oh shit!"
Maybe she was gonna fall in line. No, Marty went back to being Marty. Wendy started
wilding out.
I was just like, "Okay,
this
really
is
consistent."
So I again, the writers are like, "That's not Marty." Marty's practical. He's like, I'm torturing this man for practicality's sake. Like, I gotta show he did it. I gotta stay in charge so they don't murder me, bruh. I'm not enjoying this at all. And he's just like, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And so you do the guy fuck with the money though. You like, that was obvious, right? So to me, I was like, okay, he fucked with the money, but no, he didn't try to kill the boss, right? So I was like, okay, eventually he's gonna admit to one, and then Marty's gonna be like, but now I'm big bad now, so now I got to do it. Then I thought he was just going to be pimp slapping people, just walking around the fucking cartel houses, be like, bitch, what'd I tell you? Also, how all of a sudden people start speaking English? I hate when that happens. That really made me mad.
It flows a little faster that way.
I was like, motherfuckers. when he's first giving this
the translator, and then all of a sudden everybody was just like, I believe this.
Well, excuse me, Marty. Could you read the figures, please? I was like, what? This don't make no damn. What happened? That was 2 minutes ago. That was 2 minutes ago. Now I was saying, it's like, here, look here, in a private meeting, I speak very well English. Excuse me. So
Pretty grateful poem.
right, excuse me. I was like, so we're 10% behind profits every 3 minutes. So how do you think we can fix that in the third quarter? I'm thinking that we can. I was like, what are we doing right now? Stop it. Stop it, damn it. I was like, no writers. You be consistent. You keep that fucking, and then he don't know what the fucking translator's even saying, right? Like, he just trusting that she's saying the same words. So she can be like, this gringo just said he's in charge and the boss is not coming back.
This goes back to power. When Dre never learned hablo espanol,
Fuck.
Marty and Wendy, they should have been having their little what do you call it? Babbel. What's that little app? That translator app that teaches you Spanish. Rosetta Stone. They should have learned Spanish. I was gonna say Rosetta Stone.
They should Rosetta Stone that shit immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Once Marty started working for Mexican drug cartels, you should have learned Spanish. Like that, like after bookkeeping and accounting, you learn Spanish. Jonah should have been like, Dad, I learned Spanish today because I realized that my career is Mexican drug cartels and I want to know what they're saying. He's like, you know what, son? That's why you my number 2. Because we need to learn Spanish.
Even somehow learn Italian so he can work with the Italians.
Remember the Italians? It was crazy. I was like, this Spanish thing is pissing me off right now. For real. So then, okay. So then you got Jonah, right? By far,
they didn't keep him consistent. Jonah was all over the place.
Until the end. Until the end. That makes no sense.
Charlotte, yes. Jonah, no, not so much.
Like this young man has spent 2 seasons hating his mother for the death of his uncle. Straight. Even after the car accident, he's the only one who was like, well, I guess mom's still alive. You know, it happens. Did not give no fucks, right? Like he didn't go, I'm sorry, mom. You know, I realized we all birds. He was like, well, that bitch still going. Anywho, but he goes to a party, puts on a tuxedo, and all of a sudden he's like, I will murder this cop for trying to solve my uncle's murder. What?
I thought that was going to go a completely different direction.
You were waiting for that Tariq moment, and then you would have been like, yeah.
Which Tariq moment?
He would have been like, I gotta kill you, mama. You stand in the way of my future. And you got
that would have been an interesting ending. Like if they shot the parents and then they just skedaddled off with Jonah's laundered money and just started a whole new life.
It would have been Jonah. Charlotte was committed. Like she was about that life. Jonah would have, if he would have found out, when he found out that Ruth was murdered, to me, if he would have found out Ruth was murdered and he said that had to be my parents at some level, I think that would have been the final, and he would have blamed mom. He would blame mom 100%. He would have killed mom. I think Marty would have tried to save her, that he gets killed. I don't think he would have killed Dad. I think he's still both Charlotte and Jonah love Dad, no matter what, you know. But mom would have got it. Like I was like, Wendy is going to get it. Like she's not walking away from this. And I was
Wendy is a roach. She will not die.
Dude, I was so mad. This ending was one of the worst endings I've ever seen in the show. I cannot overstate how much I hated this. They went Sopranos and like Game of Thrones. Like they took both of those shitty endings. It was like, we're gonna give you a misdirect, so you don't know what really happened, who Jonah really shot. That's Sopranos. If anyone, but the fact that he's like, I'm a close, and wasn't Marty actually smiling at this point? Like, wasn't he like he almost had a grin on his face, like, look at my son, like we're
Marty low key stands Jonah. Like Jonah is what Marty would want to be.
He is, but I'm like, you should be killing your mom right now because he's like, this cop just figured out that he's like, I'm about to send your mom to jail for killing your uncle. I thought he'd be like, yes, but they want us to believe that he killed this cop holding his uncle's ashes because he loves his parents all of a sudden. He loves Wendy all of a sudden.
I thought when I saw the detective sitting there with the goat, I thought he was going to be like, yeah, I figured it out. You know, it had to be your brother's ashes. But he DNA tested the ashes and found out they were rocks because Wendy is crazy. So, like, she switched the remains
the
with
urn
like
out,
dust or something. Yeah. And then she never gave what you call. Wasn't that goat at the trailer?
Yes.
So why was he at the
exactly? That's what
I didn't understand that.
Like Ruth kept that thing.
Yes.
It was still sitting on her table. Actually, if I do believe.
Or it was like on a little thing inside.
Yeah. So how the fuck did they even get it at all?
I didn't understand it.
I didn't understand that either. I mean, unless he broke into when he found Ruth dead, said fuck that, broke into her place, stole the thing, then drove. But that's not his story. Was he broke into the house and it was in the house? No, it wasn't.
And it was at Ruth's place.
It was at Ruth? Yes. That doesn't make sense.
So yeah, I thought he was gonna say I tested it. It's not really. What's his name?
Yeah, your brother's ashes.
And then he would just walk away or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like he would think it was the brother, but then Wendy be like, no, if you test it, it's not, it's just rocks or whatever.
Because I wasn't stupid enough to look.
And then Marty would give her that look again, like, what did you do? Kind of, that he always does, because she's always 2 steps ahead of him.
It's like I switched out there. And then the agent, I want to get her name. Maya Miller, Agent Maya Miller. What did we watch?
I don't know.
She went from, and then we thought she had a man, right? So she went from.
When did we think she had a man?
So first part, people were saying stop looking at her as the black single mother stereotype, like she has a man. But once Mama showed up, it was just them two. I'm like, she's a black single mother. But then it looked like she was gonna give the detective some draws. So I'm like,
she really did.
I'm like, is this going somewhere? I'm like, why would it? But okay. It went nowhere. Also, why was she not there? Like, they were working together to bring down the Byrdes.
She's the breastfeed.
Huh?
She had to breastfeed.
Give me something. He called her up. It was like, hey, baby, I'm about to take down the Byrdes. And I can't find a babysitter. Just go ahead and I'll see you tomorrow. Something. Claudia was on, Queen of the South. Oh, all right. So I was like, it made no. I was like, what are you doing? These people are murderers or facilitators of murderers. Like, why didn't Ruth just take all the money in the casket in the tomb and just drive out of town? She knew exactly where Marty, because Marty never moved that money.
I forgot about that.
She could have been like, fuck you, I got a clean name all of a sudden. Thank you,
that whole thing just irritated me.
Like, what was the point?
And what's the girl that came up from Miami?
I forgot.
I thought she was dead for some reason.
Me too. But didn't she have sex with Marty?
They had a thing. I don't think it went that far though.
They had a thing though.
They had a thing.
So I was like, what was the point of bringing her of all characters? Why bring her back? Because I thought they didn't know where she was because she like stole the money. She just ran out. She
just magically hopped on a plane and found her at work.
What?
Didn't understand that.
That didn't make any sense.
And her getting mad at Marty because the little boy, or I guess he's a man, didn't have a job.
Oh yeah, the special needs.
Like, you could have gone and be like, "Hey, give my homeboy a job at the casino," and been done with it. Took your ass back to Miami.
Right.
Your partner failed to tell you that she killed a cartel leader.
That's important information. That's pretty important information. Also, again, she could have got the little special needs man and put him on the plane. Like I said, brought him to Miami. He could have had a job there. Like, why is that Marty's concern? Also, he never went back to the strip club, for the record. Like, we never saw that place again. Like, since like season 2, maybe. Apparently, that's one of the businesses. It all became about the foundation. I was like, and then
it's funny how all this drug dealing and murder is okay, but voter fraud, nah.
We got standards here, damn it, in America.
No way.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, come on, Trump. I was like, they're like, we gotta stick it to the Republicans one way or the other. I was like, we had no voter fraud, so we got standards, damn it. Anywho, we gotta get this heroin moving from point A to point B. I was like, what? Claudia, again, I'm trying to understand how they want us to believe the FBI was just okay with whatever random cartel leader just happened to pop up. First, when Navarro was it, Mr. Senior Man in charge was like, look here, criminal, you don't look at me in my eyes. Like, you were a piece of shit and I don't want to talk to you. Then Avi took over and they're like, okay, cool. Then Claudia shows up. They're like, yo, what's going on? All right, so you in charge now? Can we got this straight now? Anyway, as long as we get the seizures coming. Also, if Claudia figured out
let Marty run it.
What? I thought he was gonna come back and do that shit. I'm like, this dude can't speak Spanish. Like, he will be murdered. He will be murdered. They will be talking about his murder in front of him, and he'll be like, "What'd you say? Oh, nothing, son. Nothing. We're just ordering food. You want something to eat? You want two? Two in the head? I mean, you want two? Yeah, I want two tacos.
Like, take care, Taco Bell."
Like, he would have been dead as fuck, dude. And like, he wouldn't even know it. But I'm like, if Claudia figured out that obviously they were working with the feds because they sent that one truck to New Orleans, right? And it got seized and it was empty. How? And then she talks to her brother, who says, "I didn't kill my nephew, your son." Like, well, who told you? The Byrdes. So shouldn't that tell both of them that the Byrdes were clearly involved at some level in the murder of Avi, and therefore they should be the ones being murdered? Instead, she still goes to murder her brother. She still goes through murdering this dude.
I think they needed the Byrdes more than they needed Navarro.
That makes sense for the FBI, but why would Claudia always wait now? Why would she wait till now to kill Navarro when he had nothing to do with her son being killed? And she believed him.
I know. I guess she just never wanted him to come back. I guess.
But if
he came back, he would take over.
But at the time when she was blocking him, it's because she believed that she believed that he killed Avi.
But I think she legit wanted to take over though.
All right. I mean, I'm saying, but they did not do a good job of establishing her as
I think he was gonna get murdered after that little talk. I thought she was just gonna let him live, but just keep him in prison. So she can run things, but
and then also to your point of how these stories always seem to, like, it's amazing how these international drug leaders need one dude to clean their money. It was right. I mean, it was Ghost, right? For some reason, they're like, Lobos, this international major drug dealer, was like, only you, Ghost, have figured out how to set up a club in America and clean money. You're the only one.
Don't forget the laundromats.
And don't forget the laundromat and the wash the clothes. But somehow Marty Byrde is the only accountant in America, damn near the world, that can figure out how to launder money.
Well, the Fed said that he was, they wanted him to work for them, so he must have been really good with numbers.
Maya said that.
Well,
Maya said that. And somehow she hasn't been magically murdered. Like, if she got me arrested, the first one I'm killing is her and her child. I would be like, hey, sorry, buddy. I know it's a bit much. I'm just saying, I'm like,
was it Winston?
Huh?
What was the baby's name? Winston?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I don't know. Hey, speaking of kids, you never saw fucking Navarro's kids ever again either. Fuck these kids.
Because Javi was trying to take their inheritance.
I was like, damn, dude, he was a beast.
That family, I'll take care of them.
Ruth didn't care if she lived or died. She just wanted to avenge Wyatt.
She cared.
Yeah, I won't go that far. Like she was trying to rebuild a life. Like she wanted for Wyatt. I mean, she wanted to live for him.
Especially once she got clean. Yeah, she definitely wanted to live.
Yeah, but at that moment, I mean, she couldn't be, crying to Claudia. She knew she was about to die, so she had to go out like a G, and she did. I mean, that was definitely a G move. But again, she could have got.
They got nothing on me.
That's what she says. That would have been hilarious.
I killed your son and I pissed on him.
Why do you piss on him? I've been drinking water all day. I said, fuck that dude. I was like, I was like, you gotta piss on at least one person. I mean, to show how you thug you. We're going too far on this piss thing. Anyway, my point is, how did Marty figure out that Nelson's body was in the fucking pool?
He was in the pool?
In the ground, in the pool foundation. When he showed up, when they said Nelson was missing, he was like, not only did he figure out that it must have been Ruth that killed him, then he was like, is Nelson's body in the pool? Like, what? No, why would you even say that? Like, it could be in the lake, the big ass fucking lake sitting right there. Like,
they bury their bodies on their property, as we see.
That's what they do in Ozark. No, he's on Darlene's property, because why would I put him on mine? Like, no one apparently is checking Darlene.
But no
one checking Darlene's property apparently. So I just put all the bodies there. I was like, anyway, and then Tree was also completely unnecessary. Like he brought nothing. I forgot he even existed, to be honest.
Every time I see him, I'll be like, who is he again?
I didn't even know his name. I was like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, why are you here? Hey guys, I enjoyed the show, but I enjoyed these reviews even more. Oh, you are very kind. You're very kind. Oh, and it was shit, man. So so Stacey and I were spitballing better endings. Yeah. So again, I say number one. So therefore, Jonah murders Mama because she did that shit. Like she killed Uncle. She destroyed their life pretty much for this whole episode. He kills it, but he's still about this just life. Like he basically the Tariq, right? But we understand him though. And then he's the one sitting in Mexico working with Daddy with the cartel. He got his 2 laptops, you know what I'm saying? And he speaks Spanish, you know what I'm saying? So like he's the new leader for the Mexican cartel. I feel like Daddy's mentoring, proud of his son. Like I understand Mama had to go.
A spray tan and a sombrero and just sit him down there.
He got a fishnet cap. It just fucking he's playing with that dog. I was like, what the fuck's up with the dog?
Remember when he was like a potential serial killer?
Remember that?
Like he was killing like squirrels and shit.
He was fucking. I was like, he's about to be a fucking active shooter. Like he was one step away of just killing everyone. Like, so I feel like his character therefore was wasted because he should have just went mad and just been like, blah, 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 blah. Like took out some cartel members for some reason. There's something like he killing the cop or maybe not killing the cop does not bring him to the level of serial killer we thought he was going, because he was definitely on that trajectory. Like, also, it's interesting how he thought he was going to leave with his grandpa, but he still wanted to launder money. What happened to laundering money for Ruth? He can't do that in North Carolina.
Maybe if Ruth was going legit, then maybe she didn't need him anymore.
Not part of the discussion. These are fair points, but not part of the discussion. Also, there's another thing. What money what needed to be laundered now that Darlene is dead and they're not moving heroin? There's no illegal money going on. She made one last deal.
That's what I'm saying. She was going legit.
So there was no money needed to be laundered. So so I was like, but he was still typing. Like he was working every day. Like whose money are you
still manage his little pool of money that he squandered away in the Caymans or wherever? He was probably trading cryptocurrency or something.
It was actually Rachel that killed Nielsen. Ruth buried him in the underground pool.
That's her name.
Rachel. Yeah. So we which made sense because the body would resurface in the lake. They can weigh that body down. I mean, I'm pretty sure that lake is full of people. But to your point, I'm saying it didn't make sense that Marty figured that shit out like in 2 seconds. Like that was insulting. Why didn't Ruth call Tommy and make him useful? Never went anywhere. Also, Maya now don't want to give up the draws to a cop because he may be taking a deal. Like, bitch, you were working with the cartel, okay, before all of a sudden you got a conscience. And all of a sudden she's like, I can't be with you. Like, but I still want to have dinner with you. I'm like, what is happening right now? I was like,
bitch, where's your baby daddy?
Where's your baby daddy? Where's that gay black dude?
I was thinking about him too.
Like, what happened to that dude? What happened to any of this shit? This so many characters and storylines that they just said, fuck it. Like it. What happened? Wait. Remember the father who was like, the detective was working for, who's trying to get a divorce from his wife, and he's like, yeah, she probably was murdered by the cartel, and somehow he's still like, yeah, but I gotta get this signature so I can divorce her. Motherfucker, she was murdered by the cartel. Like she did. Like the last thing you need right now is a signature. Like you
needs a body so he can divorce and live out his best life.
I was like, what is happening? I was like, he's like, and then daughter doesn't confess to any of this shit to be like, yo, Charlotte told me basically mama dead as fuck and I'll be next if I don't step up to the game. So you need to look into Charlotte. You need to look into the Byrdes. Like they are dangerous. None of this gets brought up. Obviously the pastor's girlfriend is going to bang that dude. Let's just get that out there. Like he will be getting those draws. I thought was going to happen in the show. I thought it was kind of weird that we were doing all this because even Wendy was like, I'm pretty sure she's going to teach you a lot of things. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, that's what should have happened. Drunk pastor should have walked into his girlfriend's room and she just riding that new guy, just showing him the true baptism, just to be like, I don't know what that means. I don't really know. I'm sorry. That line didn't make no sense, but that's what I'm saying. She wanted him to be born again in the vagina. Like, there you go. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Because that would have been the ultimate, like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, also, if he takes the money 5 episodes later, why did he just take the money 5 episodes before? When she walked in with a bag of $2 million, it was like, take the money. He's like, no, this is about my grandchildren who I haven't spent any time with, and I've just been introduced in this last season. But now all of a sudden he's like, fuck it, I'll take that money though. Because why? How did the PI/cop know that the brother was in the cookie jar? It doesn't make any sense. Because he was like, nobody has a cookie jar without cookies. You never even asked for a cookie. What are we doing right now?
Huh? Like last season. I think he did ask for a cookie.
But I'm like, of all the places, this is some Sherlock Holmes level shit that made no sense. Like,
Bob, or whatever his name is. I know what human ashes look like.
I was like, it made no sense. Still on season 2, gotta go, Stacey David. Do not spoil it. I gotta go to the wrong channel. Yeah, you came to the wrong channel, bro. Why would you do that? Yeah, well, thank you, bro. Anyway, you saw the thing. It said spoiler review. It said, what are we doing right now, bro? Who checks cookie jars? It doesn't make any sense. Is the cook? Oh, if he would have been like, I got sweet tooth for cookies. I mean, he seemed like a good detective. But he was making a lot of leaps, about some shit. He had the photo of the cartel leader who the pastor said, I saw him at my kid's house. Go to the cops and be like, my daughter probably had my son murdered. Let's do that. Also, the kids don't turn on their mother when she clearly says, I manipulated you by going to an asylum, the same asylum that my brother was in, the one I murdered. And they like, Jonah's not like, I'm going to kill you when you get out of here. Like this, I have to murder you for my uncle. I have to, because this is the biggest slap in the face. Like, how many times are you going to be like, yeah, I killed that fucker. What do you expect me to do? Go to jail? Give up my dreams of what? Like, I'm still trying to figure this out.
Yeah, that story, it did make sense.
It did make,
like, I'm gonna force myself in an institution so my kids can come see me and feel sorry for me.
And on top of that, it works. On top of that, they're like, Mom, we get you. When she banged her head, I was like, oh my God, like that shit, like she all
that reminded me of what's it? Thin Line Between Love and Hate, where the girl was beating herself up.
Yeah. But that was for a purpose though. Like I thought she was going crazy too, but she was like, look what he did to me. I was like, oh, she's smart. She's smart. See, I thought she was gonna be like, bam, look what your grandfather did to me. I was like, oh fuck. Like Wendy all kinds of fucked up in the head. And I was like, I guess she was taking the dick in high school. So, I guess that was going. I'm confused. Like, is that's something you shit on your daughter for? I mean,
yeah, I thought it was going to go a completely different direction. I'm kind of glad they didn't make John Boy into like a molester or whatever. But that's where I thought it was going.
Me too. I thought she was gonna be like, when she was like in the camp, I thought she was gonna look, Dad, if you do not give my kids to me, I'm gonna tell everybody you used to touch me at night. Like I was like, oh fuck, like I don't want to see this, right? But I thought that's what they were gonna do. And then no, it was just he made her feel bad because she was a loose woman. Mom. We never even saw Mom. Who gives a fuck? Like, I mean, she never even mentioned Mama. Like, at all. I'm sorry, weren't you the one banging some other man in season 1, episode 1? That's what Marty should have said. That's how you get it from your daddy, right? I was like, something. And then she's like, I'll just have this motherfucker murdered. Marty, tell your kids this. If you leave with grandpa, Mama's gonna murder grandpa. So if you care about him, just stay your ass here because you know Mama crazy. But then, I mean, all the times he was like, Marty's like, oh, he's about to leave Wendy. She crazy as fuck. She about to leave Wendy, right? Then he's like, Ruth's about to get murdered. Are you gonna leave me? Nah, baby, I ain't going nowhere, baby. Just me and you. Me and you. I was like, what? He's like, this rings means something to me, baby. I was like,
You would have been like divorced.
Like, I was like, nah, but yeah, we've been going long. I got a video of you getting it doggy style. We get a divorce over and over again. Like he was like, one more time. I was like, bruh, talk to me, bruh. Like what is wrong with you? Baby, I want to meet your parents. Like, who made you like this? We need to get into that. I was like, I just, again, I was hoping for the Ozark like universe. Like I thought like Jonah
needs a spinoff.
He needs a whole spinoff, but he needs to be full blown killer like they were going for. Slash money launderer, huh?
Hacking into stuff, murdering people.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, I can give you the money or I give you the bullet, but either way, this business deal is going to go through. Because that's what I learned from my mama before I murdered her, because she killed my uncle, and then my daddy got in the way, had to kill him too. I didn't want to do it. I enjoyed the ending. It tells the story. We are assuming it. I don't like the assumption. I will submit I don't like the assumption. If Jonah killed said cop, then he should have killed said cop, so we know for sure. I don't like the Sopranos bullshit. Like just give it to me. Also, it should have ended with them showing up to the house, getting out the car, Ruth dead as fuck. But they're living their best life. They're like, hey, we're about to move out. They flash forward to them in the house back in Chicago, everybody kissing their political ass. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes the bad people win. And maybe that's the story, but the cop was unnecessary. The cop marries Maya. They raise this black baby. They got their own half-breed child. I don't know. They got their own child. They just raise that shit out. My bad. I think that was too far. My fault. I think Camilla Henchman came behind and shot Wendy or Marty. That would have been good too. Because she cannot trust these people. Like, if they turn on Navarro this quickly, right? They hid the fact that they knew who killed her son. She cannot trust these people. It cannot be that hard for them to find somebody else to launder their money. Just can't. It just don't make any sense. Again, I'm taking at least one of their kids should have been murdered. It should have been Charlotte. If Charlotte somehow would have got murdered from all the crazy shit Wendy was doing, it would have made sense. Because there's some consequences, right? Like Marty's like, this is your fault, right? And like, and with Camilla being in charge, she knowing that Marty and Wendy were involved in her son's death, did not tell her. She says, you know, I lost a child, you lost a child. Which one? She makes them choose which one of these kids is not walking away from this. That would have been boss. That would have been boss, right? And then Charlotte's like, it's me. I don't know. She thinks Jonah got it because she knows Jonah got more of a future. He already told her, you know, you're gonna be on. Well, he said you're gonna be on welfare if you don't finish school, right? Because you're not as smart as me. Remember? Dude, he not get fucks, dude. He was like, you know,
welfare though, not OnlyFans, welfare.
Right? He was like, no, you gonna be on welfare, baby. I'm saying, you look at you. Nobody can pay OnlyFans money for you. You gonna be on welfare.
Wow.
What happened to that? Like, what happened to that? When I was like, well, he's like, I'm just gonna go back to school, then I'll honor money later. I'm saying I would have loved that. Give Camilla a spinoff if her voice alone. She had that voice of, I'll fuck you up. Like, you don't want none of this. They should have introduced her earlier. It was too late in the series for us to be like, who are you? Why are you here? She's just the mama of the villain. Then all of a sudden she became the villain. It was just like, I guess. But if you saw the power struggle from like the first time he was introduced and then that sort of thing, then you kind of be like, oh, she's always been in the background trying to take the lead. But you know, that's something. That's something. But yeah, I definitely one of the kids should have been that. One of the kids should have been killed. But sometimes like I said, the villains win. I mean, they got out of it. He's still with his wife. It's like, ain't leaving you, baby. I love you.
I mean, what is he gonna do without her?
Right? she's like, I'm leading this fucking family. And then that being said, I like their conversation when he was like, bitch, don't act like I made you do this shit. Like you. What do you think?
I mean, it is his fault.
Yes. But he was not the reason why she was up there giving a phone orgasm to Navarro last season.
She had to do what she had to do to keep family together.
She's like, hey, Navarro, you know what I'm wearing? He's like, baby, what you got on? He's like, I got some nasty. I was like, why are you being a phone hole to this dude? Like, I'm sure there's a better phrase for it, but I was like, it got too much. It got too much. Like that right there, she would have been
Wendy has no line she won't cross. Dude. To get shit done. She just gonna do what she gotta do.
She was like, Claire, I work for drug dealers and they will murder you. So you better give me that donation. Click. No.
Claire just
she was about to murder anyone. She don't give a fuck. She's like, Grandpa can get it. Yo, but by far, I think the best scene in this series was when she came home and was like, politician, moneymaker guy saying, I gotta fuck him to get that money. And he was like, so we got the money, right? Because you fucking killed it. Killed it. Like I was like, this is he was so serious. He was like, what? So what's the problem, right? I mean, you do fuck around. So what why are we still talking about this? And she's like, I can't believe you would say that. Like, bitch, you were cheating on me for free. You were fucking around on me for free. Now do
remember the footage. I got the footage. Do
I gotta pull out the video again? I mean, wait. He should have kept the video, right? So when Navarro puts him into the hole, takes his phone, and he's like, oh, I see what your wife is about, that life, right? And then he's playing the video, and he's like, look, hey, Marty, look, this is what she do, bro. This is how she get down. He's like, oh, you bastard. Like, I will kill you. I was like, that would have been hilarious. Video should have came back, bro. I want Navarro to be like, sometimes something got to get me through prison. He's like, this is how I do it. I was like, oh. Because he thought he was gonna get Wendy. He did. But I did like the fact that she was like, no matter all this bullshit, she's like, you my husband. Like this, it's me and you, right? And he was like, you know what, baby?
Who's gonna put up with my shit?
Who's gonna put up with this bullshit? And he's like, nobody. Absolutely nobody. Like Marty's like, I'm gonna stare at the ground. I'm gonna love this woman. It's whatever. It's whatever. I got nothing else to do in life. It's like nobody can try and get these draws except for a former crackhead who I used to work with. That's it. No, he ain't got no options. Like that's also another thing.
But he'd probably be bored. He reminds me of what was that movie on Hulu with Ben Affleck and his wife kept cheating on him?
I didn't watch that movie. I know you're talking about.
Okay, but there's a scene like he's like telling her like stop doing this shit, and she's like, "So are you gonna go get a regular wife? You're gonna be bored out your mind, and you're gonna kill yourself?" And he was like, "You know what?
You right. Are you serious?
That shit was hilarious."
You get yourself a regular hoe, but you like this hoe, don't you? You like, you know what? You like drama. That's what you need. You like, you know
what?
Like
drama.
They needed to have a scene where that happened, where Marty had a legitimate way out. Someone who cared about him, was about that regular vanilla life, and he was like, nah. I love Wendy. This wild shit. That's my baby right there. And
I think like a flashback to his childhood, so we'll see like why you like this Marty. Like
it always comes back to your mama. Somehow it's like we don't know his family. We don't know his family. Like we need to know that. I haven't finished it, so I'm not going to listen. What? What are you doing?
Press the stop button and go finish the show.
Finish the show, then come back. But y'all saw Marty gave Jonah the signal to shoot Mel, seeing Marty get more vicious. See, again, this is not consistent with either one of their characters. And that's my problem. Like, if he was the one trying to mold Jonah into this hardcore anything, that would make
Jonah was already crazy. We just didn't see him his full potential. Like Jonah needed to be like breaking kneecaps or something. Like he needed to be doing something other than advising Ruth on how to steal his parents' business. Like
we just knew
they dropped the ball on Jonah.
They did. We thought at least there's gonna be one school scene with him getting bullied and he just comes back behind somebody and just chop, just kill. Yeah, just something like stab. I think you gotta start with stabbing. Like shooting, you gotta worry. I like a good stabbing in the back, like he shanks
break an arm or something. You know?
Something like
Harrison.
But like Harrison, which went absolutely nowhere. Jonah is better than Harrison. I would say he's a better son character development than Harrison. But yeah, they could have did so much more with him and to make. But again, it just don't make any sense. Like he should kill Mama. What? Show us the moment when he forgave her. Show me. It should have been the car crash.
Yeah.
And then all right, okay. He's like, all right, so I get it. Now he's like, fuck uncle, you my mama. I was like, all right. But this don't make no sense, man. I'm sorry, man. Anyway, anything else? All right. A great series. It's a great journey. I tell you, if they would have ended it at the party, I would have clapped. I would have been like, see them, Ruth dead as fuck, but them enjoying their best life, dancing, celebrities, the political people shaking their hands. Sometimes the bad people win, and that's it, right? Like that would have got it. But the Jonah thing just went too far. The ending for me symbolizes what Ruth told Wendy's dad in the hotel room. Shara is a little Wendy. No. Marty has never killed anyone, and he would never kill anyone. That's not Marty. Jonah is by far more vicious than Marty. They made Jonah much more dangerous than Marty if they would have kept going the way they were going. He was smarter than Marty, because even Marty was like, what you doing with this money? Like, oh shit. He kept on watching those murder videos. He was on the path to serial killer. Like he was Dexter. Like he was Dexter in the making, and they just dropped it. Is Addicted the movie you were talking about? It's the new. You're talking about that new one on Hulu. The new
one. Water, deep water, underwater.
It's something water.
Yeah.
His business, but it turned her kids became them. So yeah, and his business, but then the kids became them. Yeah, it will continue with the kids running the show. I mean, Charlotte was committed to the life. Jonah was, again, he was like, when I got options and you don't, so you ain't
we never saw Charlotte fully embrace her manipulative, cunning ways. She was she did what she was told.
So to his point, I would say the when talking to the friend, when he like she did a Wendy move. She didn't. I mean, I give you that.
We didn't really see her develop beyond that. Like she should have been making moves behind the scenes when her parents weren't around to show that she was a little Wendy.
Yeah. Or has some kind of aspirations on her own. Something to be like, hey, I'm trying to create my own. For some reason, like let's just go down this road. Her and her brother were like, look, we are the next generation or whatever. Like we can get this together. Maybe we can start our own side business. Tariq had his own side business. Everybody got their own side hustle. You got school. Bring the heroin to school and start selling that at school. Now we're turning into power. I mean, I get it. I was like, but like, what happened to all the friends around the neighborhood? Like, none of that just went anywhere. But the whole school thing was completely unnecessary. Jonah was cleaning the money for Ruth before Charlotte got on board. Yeah, like I said, Jonah was about the life. Like he was, but they just kind of his story arc just went nowhere. He was prepared. He was on the trajectory to kill his mom. Period. Like that. If anyone he hated to that point, it was her. And they never showed us how all of a sudden he said, "Nah, I'd rather kill a stranger." Trying to solve the one thing that he was mad at her about, that he couldn't forgive her about. Deep Water with Ben Affleck. Deep Water. What a racist show. None of the family members don't need. Don't did. I don't get it. You say Ozark was racist? I don't say Ozark was racist. There were not a lot of black people in it, but I mean, that don't make it racist. I don't know where I'm going with that. The car crash showed them finally as a family, probably before all the drama, but they got right before they got back to business. Again, but again, like Jonah wasn't down with Mama. Like, I mean, he generally cared that they all lived, but Charlotte hugged Mom immediately. Marty was trying his best to save Wendy. Jonah did not give a fuck. Like, Jonah was just like, Like, to the point of Marty, he don't raise nothing, right? Like, he's always even keeled. That's his son. He's always even keeled no matter what's happening. I get it. It's a racist show because none of the family members died. That's not racist. That's not racist. Like, Ruth was white as fuck. Like, they made her white.
Whole family got wiped out. Darlene's family is
yes. Mad white people died. In fact, I would submit to you that this is actually the opposite of racist because they show poor white people. Tell me how many drug shows we watch, and we review a lot of them, that show poor white people, out there slinging to make money. Every show we watch, white people, just by the fact that they are white, got money and privilege just waking up in the morning. Like this show showed we had rednecks versus hillbillies in the first season. That shit was hilarious. I mean, I was like, damn. There are poor white people out there. And this show reminds poor white people that they're still poor. That's why Roseanne did so well, because it was about poor white people. And they're like, oh, shit. Like, we do exist. They represent us. Like, I was like, see? Anyway, I'm getting off track. No, watch Jonah's face again. About what? He did not touch Mama. he was just one, they just got in a car accident. Like, so clearly he ain't gonna be like, woohoo, woo. But I'm like, Charlotte was immediately like hugging mama, kissing mom. And again, she just got manipulated by mama like 15 minutes ago. Jonah was, he was just there, bro. Even at the party, he was not like, hey, mom, nothing. He was hanging out, enjoying his best life, just happy to be in a suit, looked just like his daddy. Perfect little suit. Charlotte looked lovely. She looked lovely. But anyway, great show. Absolute great show. Great journey. The ending was shit. I say again, like shit. Like they didn't close, they didn't finish it, they didn't tell what happened. I was like, there must be another set of episodes because this is that bullshit. But and then it's just no, the ending was shit.
They didn't give me no who shot Wendy ending with her falling out.
I love that either that Camilla and crew come up and shoot the bird after they think they're triumphant. Like they'd be like, pop, pop.
Yes.
I just got done killing my brother. Ruth is like, the birds helped me do it, right? Something to be
they
like,
were there. Right?
They were there.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, like it was Wendy it was Charlotte. It was Charlotte who told them where they were in the first place. She's the one that said Wendy said, we're meeting Hobby like months from there. It was Wendy. It was Wendy who told them where they were. It was Charlotte. I'm sorry.
Charlotte told
Ruth. Charlotte told Ruth. So if somehow Camilla would have been like, how did you do this? And he's like, well, since I'm about to die anyway, the Wendy's helped me. The birds helped me do it. The daughter told me where your son was.
Wendy called Bobby to the office so I can kill him. And they find his records. That was his last call.
That's right. Thank you, Stacey. Thank you. Wendy Byrde should have been murdered for her parts in killing Avi, period. Yeah, the ending was this. I loved it. I'm waiting for the next Jason Bateman show. He is awesome. I mean, Jason got Ruth should have had a gun on her or something. Like she saw the truck. She drove up seeing the truck, right? I mean, I thought she did.
I don't know.
She did. She drove up, saw the truck. Camilla comes up from behind her. That's what happens. Because she's out the truck. So she's looking at the truck. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Instead of just backing the fuck up and getting up out of there, she's like, I wonder what this is about. Where's 3 at? If Camilla would have killed 3, because again, I need you to clean my money, right? Okay, all right. But I'm killing your only living family member. And now she's like, damn it. Like, you fuck, like, that would have been something. That would have made more sense.
She's refusing to launder the money, so they had to get rid of her anyway.
No. At that point, that was she was after me. No. At that point, but once she went to the meeting, she agreed to launder the money.
Okay.
Because she said the FBI was covering them. That's what it was. Then everybody should have tried to kill Maya because she fucked up everything. They wouldn't even be in the show with her. So her ass should have been dead on the ground, done. Ruth should have had a gun or something. Jonah was more like Wendy and Charlotte was like Marty. No. Jonah was the financial brains. Like he was more like Marty, but like he was both. Let's so like I mean
he had the potential to be manipulative and strategic and all that stuff, conniving, but they just never gave us that.
Yeah.
Charlotte was
simple. She was the classic rebellious teenager for a while.
Yeah, but she got a line.
Huh?
Then she got a line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then she got on board. So I'm like, okay. I mean, she wasn't a big pain in the ass, and then but Jonah just kind of came up, like he was the future. Like he
for 14, yeah, he has the potential to be
anything he wants, dude. That he would have been a beast. Like if they would have did him right, he could have had his Power Book 2 spinoff, and I would have been like, yes.
And I would watch that before 2. Absolutely.
Because he actually showed brains. and he had mad reasons to murder his parents. Well, at least his mama. But anyway, came up from the side, far away from the trees. So she seen her. Yeah. So she saw the car. She pulled up to the truck. Anyway, we all agree that it was bad. Well, at least I agree. So,
murdered a cartel leader and you just chilling.
No. Like that makes no sense. I was like, I don't know. It was like, again, a lot of storylines, characters that just went nowhere. But they're like, we gotta get this shit to the end. So be done. And the uncle never got avenged. All right, that is the video. Thank you guys very much.
Bring him back at first. I was like, when they did the flashback, and I was like, please tell me this man is still alive.
I thought about that too. When he's like, maybe he got a heart all of a sudden and you let him go. And I'm like, shut up. I was like, no, he needs to be dead. Please let him be dead. I was like, I was like, oh, he's like, it's all a dream. Boop. I was like, okay, thank you.
Out of here, buddy.
Sleep. About to go sleep with the fishes. I was like, and then they just handed his body over to them, right? That's what they did because they cremated him. I can't remember how they got his body back.
Yeah, because they had the crematory.
Yeah. They cremated him and stuff. Sheriff's body was never found. I love the line. I think it was Charlotte that said, "You two should go back to marriage counseling." And he was like, "Yeah."
Like that lady dead as fuck.
He's like, "Nah, she's retired." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Damn."
She bought that bright ass yellow car or whatever that was.
She bought a Lamborghini. She fucking bought. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "That shit was hilarious, bro." Oh, also, pastor's girlfriend all of a sudden understanding making a ring out of a dead person. She's like, "You did what? That was beautiful." I was like, "They're gonna be fucking." I was like, "Oh man." Yeah, they missed the opportunity there. But that was crazy. Like that dude. And then when he got on the bus, I'm like, perfect. Like that makes 100% sense for this guy to be like, I just joined this church and I'm going back to North Carolina because what do I got here except for money laundering? Which he just tell anybody apparently that walks up and talks to him. He's not built for this criminal life at all. No. Anyway. All right. Stacey, anything else? All right. Thank you guys very much for watching. Stacey is about to have a great week doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I will see her next weekend. Are you gonna be with me next weekend?
What are we doing next weekend?
That's a good question. Let's think about that. I got Doc Strange. You didn't finish Severance, so don't worry about that. Are you watching We Own the City?
I'll have to check.
Well, episode 2 is next week, so actually tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So if you want to do that with me, I would appreciate it. We got Outer Range. Have you seen that? Well, Winning Time. You seen Winning Time on HBO?
What is that?
That's about the Lakers, the rise of the Lakers.
Documentary or something?
No, it's a drama. It's a dramedy. It definitely is a dramedy. It's
Don't you know how it's going to end?
I know I'm the one. I am the one who's I know that, but like this is entertaining as fuck, dude. Like it is hilarious. Like, this is not The Last Dance. Did you watch The Last Dance with Jordan?
I actually like The Last Dance for some reason.
This is not it. Like this is a raunchy soap opera drama. This thing is filthy. Like I'm
Lakers like, here, like Magic Johnson Lakers.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Like they
check it out.
Yes. Like I was like, what? Don't watch it at the gym. Like that's why I messed up. Like you don't watch it at the gym. So I was like, this ain't it, bro. But so he did his own version of like The Last Dance, like on Apple TV, like to be like, this is what the clean version I want y'all to know. The Samuel Jackson show. So I saw that. I heard it's very emotional. I haven't watched it yet. We're at some point we're gonna do Severance, like when Kim is available. So maybe next weekend we'll do Severance because she's the only one that finished it. So like me and her are gonna do it. So we got that. I'm watching Russian Dolls right now, which I actually like. Russian Doll singular. It's a y'all should do Trap Queens again. A new season is now on. So I've asked Stacey and Kim to do a Trap Queens review of like the top like stories of the season, like season 1 and 2. I watched season 3. I love Trap Queens. That shit is hilarious. Halo, no, that's no. I'm not doing a video game. So it's on Paramount Plus. I don't got Paramount Plus, so that's no Star Trek for me. There's one show that Stacey likes on that channel. The Mayor of something.
Mayor Kingston. I think you'll like it.
So I mean, let me get through. Check out Winning Time because I want to do a review.
I'll check it out.
It is like you were like what? Like, so I mean, just Paula Abdul is in it. Historically.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant is in it historically. Like you
as a kid,
you got to see it. Like I was like,
okay, I'll watch it.
I was like,
what channel is this? HBO?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it got a season 2, so like it's definitely gonna go somewhere. It's quality HBO. Like this. Huh?
Said that about Bel Air.
Who said what?
Bel Air, get it.
Oh, it got a season 2, but that's that bullshit. But that's that bullshit. But it got season 2 before it even got started. So that's that
right.
Okay, but P Valley's coming. P Valley's already on the list. Whenever that starts. Anyway, so yeah, I'm watching Winning Time like while I'm at the gym. So I think it's about 10 episode season. So like I'm working.
Are they all up, or is it a weekly thing?
It's a weekly. It's HBO. It's a weekly thing. But it's been on for a while. So I think the season's over. I think the season's over. So but anyway, look at it. Let me know, and then we can put that on the schedule. Ruthless. I'll keep it. We got Ruthless next week because that shit's still going. We got that. So you'll see Stacey's lovely face again. You'll see my face again. 365. Did you ever see the first one on Netflix?
I tried. I may.
Part
things about the second one. Did you watch it?
Well, I'm gonna watch it because Stephanie and I did part 1, so we're gonna do. I've seen it yet.
Like part 1?
It got her attention. It got her attention.
You like part 1?
I did, but I had problems with it. I had a lot, and our review was consistent with my feelings. All right, like I was like, this is that bullshit. Like, what message are you sending to these women? Like, this shit ain't okay, bro. Like, I was like, it was damn near porn. I mean, at one point, I was like, and then I'm like, what is happening? Like, you can't kidnap a woman in 30 days and be like, I fall in love with you, and now I'm with you. I'm like, what in the fuck is happening?
It's called Stockholm syndrome.
So I was like, this shit is banana. I was like, this is that bullshit. Beauty and the Beast meets like mafia stuff, and I'm like, this is too much. So I haven't seen part 2, but anyway, like I said, right now, Stephanie and I are looking at doing part 2 on Wednesday at like 6. If
I'll see if I can get there.
But you didn't finish the first one. Did you finish the first one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So I think you gotta watch.
I was trying to watch it the other day so I can watch the part 2, but only thing that's getting through me is dude is attractive. That's about it. Because it ain't the plot.
The plot, I was like, it don't make no kind of damn sense, bro. It's all over the place. But we're gonna do that anyway. Check it out. Like I said, Wednesday. If you want to join, we love to have you. Because I think the storyline alone, I'd just be interested to hear your opinion on the whole thing. Because it looked like said kidnapped girls about that life in this part too. So it looked like they're part. It looks like she's gonna have an affair. I think that's where they're going with this. So we got to think about that. Anyway, all right, we got a lot of things going on in the comments. If there's something you want us to review in the comments, put it in the permanent comments. If you're on the video, please like the video. You can comment, you can share, tell us what you think. Please leave a permanent comment on the video so we can get that going. Truth Be Told series season 2, Kate Hudson. I'll check out season 3 when it starts. I was not impressed.
Wait a minute, is that I think I tried to watch the first one.
Yeah, that was that bullshit. Like the the white dude who's like framed for killing some father. And I'm sure the daughters probably did it or the mom. And then like he's a racist or whatever. Like he got the kid, and she's like, if you say one racist thing to me, I'm gonna stop helping you. I'm like, I'm out. I'm like, this is too much. Because in the first, did you watch the first episode? Did you finish the first episode?
I think I did make it first episode, yeah.
What made me so mad was that Octavia's character went from, I'm such an important writer that my writing alone put this man in prison, to I have to introduce myself to everybody because nobody knows who the fuck I am. I'm like, which one is it? Like, she's like, hello, daughter. I'm the one who wrote articles, and I did not investigate any of my sources. I just started writing shit, and I'm like, oh my God. Now I realize the investigation could have been tainted, because I'm like, what is happening? What? I was like, I'm out. And then seeing Aaron Paul trying to be a racist, I'm like, I'm out. Like, I'll wait to season 2 and see what happens. I was like, nah. I was like, clearly the daughters did it. Clearly this Aaron didn't do it. So either the daughters or the mom did it. He's probably molesting them, whatever. I was like, no. And then I was like, season 2. So Kim said season 1 was better than season 2. And I was like, I didn't like the idea of season 2. So I was like, let me wait for Gabrielle Union. We're just gonna ride it out, wait for Gabrielle Union. Because
season 3 is good.
Yeah. So I'll check that one out. I'll start with her and see what happens.
I don't know. She might be the female Michael Ealy.
Oh, damn it. Oh, Michael Ealy will murder a show. Yeah. So I can't go that far because Mary Jane with the distance. If it wasn't,
it did.
BET fucked that up because they broke.
Yes.
And
she was making demands, right? She wanted more money or something.
No, she wanted her money. Like the contract. Well, like more money implied. No. Like they wrote a contract, and it was like they tried to shit her out of a thing by breaking up the season, and she was like, I was like, you dealing with BET, girl? What you think was gonna happen? Anyway, but no, she I want to. So I'll wait for season 3. Slow Horses. I keep on saying slow dogs. Slow Horses on Apple TV it's a British show. It's based on MI5, so like their version of the FBI. But like it's a slow start, but like I really liked it. Like, but it's very British. Like all the slang and shit. It's almost like watching Top Dog. So Top Boy, Top Boy. And you're like, what the fuck? What?
I got used to it though.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I got power. It's fine. That one I was like, nah, I'm good. I gotta get off this train. I can't do this. And I'm like 6 seasons into it. Like that's
yeah.
What?
Top Boy.
It pissed you off? Oh, the how it ended, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. you feel some kind of way about it.
Yeah, that's why I was swearing off drug shows.
Oh, yeah, I love Slow Horses. Slow Horses. I would say if you can check it out, if you think about it, if you like it and you think so, maybe we can do that together because I really enjoyed it. It's already a part 2. Season 2 is coming. So like it has a future. I don't like do things that I already know are canceled. It kind of irritates me. But like that's like winning time. Like I watched it and I was like, all right. But then I heard it got season 2. I was like, all right, I can do this. Yeah. So we'll put Slow Horses on the list at some point. If I gotta do it by myself, it's fine. But I'm
doing shit by yourself.
Huh?
That Power Book 4 rewrite that you snuck and did behind my back.
Dude, we are behind. I was like, we got a lot of content we got to go through. Like, I was just trying.
If you had the day off, I might have had a time to help you with that one.
I know.
I didn't know you were just at home chilling.
I know. You trying to do some stuff, and that I was a division. I really was like, look, Stacey, she out there trying to live her life. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna clean some of this shit up, get out the way, and then we can focus on things together. Now, if you have some substantive ideas, we can always do another one. I'm saying, it's like I have no problems with that. If you got some stuff like David, get off your chest. You know what I'm saying? What about Gangs of London? Gangs of London was amazing.
Never did finish that.
That show was, oh my God, that shit was hard. It kind of reminded me. I think Tom Cruise's production company's behind it. I think because it was that his kind of action to me. But again, season 2 is coming, so we'll definitely do season 2 when it will come. But season 1 was awesome. Like I was So I'm very impressed with that show. We can do that. I mean, if you finish it before season 2 starts, but I don't know when season 2 is gonna start. But We can do that if you're interested. I mean, you can let me know. I will have to go back. I'm gonna.
Because every time I say, stop at drug shows.
Is it drugs? I'm like, well, yes. I mean,
of course.
Well, no. The story is really more about the killing of a criminal leader and the conspiracy behind it.
Like Ken, I guess, similar. Like Ken. Did you ever watch Ken?
I didn't watch
Irish Games.
I didn't watch Ken. But like, they're involved in both various criminal activities, but that's not the show. The show again is really more about who killed the leader and how that works out and that kind of shit. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like I was gonna say like 24, but I mean it's not really like 20. There's some undercover shit going on. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, like
so yeah, I know. Like so, but no, there's a serious like secret agent man type stuff going on like in the middle of this thing. So yeah, so but
can't believe they brought 24 back with that bullshit.
When I heard, I didn't even watch it. When I heard that he had a drug dealer brother, I was like, of course he did. He's black. He's black. I'm like, fuck, man. I was like, I'm glad I didn't watch that shit. I was like, come on, Dre, you better than this. You better than this, man. Don't do this to yourself, bro. You should have read that script and be like, would you have given this to a white man? Of course not. But we wanted to make it real to you and to your people. And someone would have, if he would have been from Harvard who joined the army after 9/11, they would have been like, this is not black people would have been like, I'm not watching this shit.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't get mad at the white man. The black people would have been like, nope. Like, I need to see something I can relate to. But I was like, anyway, I gotta eat this steak. I'll let you know.
Steak yesterday?
I had Texas Roadhouse yesterday. I had hibachi on Saturday. On Friday. I had hibachi, mixed chicken. But Terry's making me a ribeye. So I'm gonna make that. I go. I keep myself together.
Watch your cholesterol.
I got it. I'm not gonna
be keeling over in the middle of our review.
As mad as I get, like fucking Tariq. That would be like 500 views right there. Like, oh shit, he died.
It'll go viral.
It'll go viral. Like, oh damn it, I had to die for this channel. Nobody y'all can take it over though. You don't got the password. So I'm like, Stacey, I was like, just continue. Just no. I was like, I'll leave the channel to you.
I'll just hack into it and
there you go.
Cat videos or something.
That's right. Like, oh damn it. Like under new management, Stacey Land. Welcome to Stacey Land Presents. Today we shall be discussing
one of my favorite channels got deleted today.
Oh. Okay, wow, shit. They violated somebody's policies. I'm sure they were like,
there was an incident.
See, Stacey be watching some wild shit. I'm saying, Texas Roadhouse is amazing, but only once a week. I gotta get Texas Roadhouse down there once a week. The cinnamon butter is not good for me to your cholesterol issue. So I have to let that go. But working on my food. Anyway, gotta stay alive. I see you love yourself on Wednesday as we discuss the filth of 365 part 2.
Tyler Perry. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I get confused. That's
I know. Like, wait,
which filth are we discussing? That's gonna be Saturday. Somebody's getting a gag in their mouth, just depending what show we're talking about. But that's gonna happen. Between 365 and Ruth, somebody is gonna have a mouthful of something. Also, winning time. Also, too. You don't know. You don't know. You got like what? Like Magic got into some wild shit. Anytime you got real celebrities going, kill this show right now. Why are you doing Magic, Jerry West? Like at least 3 former Lakers have been like, this show is
who's behind it?
HBO. Now, see, HBO. So what they do? This is what irritates me, right? So at one point, again, it's based on real people, on real events. In the sense, the Lakers are the dynasty, right? So this is they present it like this is relatively BMF, right? Like it's relatively real, but maybe not, but maybe is, right? Right? But then when the people come for them, then they're like, it's just a TV show. I don't know what you're mad about. I mean, it's just drama. Like, why are you acting like you really did this shit 30, 40 years ago? I'm like, because you did that shit And now somebody's watching. And it's like, what did he do it? Like, how many times did he do it? Like, it starts off with his AIDS, and then they go back. I was like, I knew the AIDS was going to be in it. So like the first, like, so I'm like, I knew. I was like, this, it's like, again, you already know how the show, the series ends. So I'm not like, we're not going to do episode by episode. Like, we're going to do the season because there ain't no drama. Like, the Lakers are going to be all right. Like, you know, like, I mean, until the AIDS comes, and then, you know, then Jordan takes over, and then it's over. Right. So I'm like, but it's again, the drama is funny, the comedy, all that stuff, hilarious. All right. See you Wednesday for the